Okay, here we go. Bam! Why are you hitting yourself? Hi, my name is Father Mike Schmitz. This is Ascension Present.
Slow it down, brah.
Hi, my name is Father Mike Schmitz, and this is Ascension Presents. So, one of my favorite saints, maybe of all time. It's one of the top 5, at least top 10. St. Francis de Sales, I have a book on him called The Saint Maker. And one of the reasons they called him the Saint Maker is because, I don't want to say his holiness rubbed off on you, but a lot of folks who knew St. Francis de Sales ended up becoming saints themselves. And I just think not only is that amazing about him, but what an incredible way to live. The recognition of I'm pursuing God, and I don't just want holiness for myself. I want to, it's that notion I've seen on t-shirts and sweatshirts, make heaven crowded. Like I want to go to heaven. I want to bring as many people as possible with me. Being like a St. Francis de Sales, a saint maker. But one of the reasons why St. Francis de Sales is known as the saint maker is because one of the many things he did is that he spoke about holiness as something that is possible for anybody. That it's not just for the monks and nuns, it's not just for the priests and religious, it's not just for the bishops or whoever, but that holiness is for every one of us. And then he had this line that I think was just, it's so beautiful and so simple. He said this, he said, be who you are and be that well. Be who you are and be that well. So, one of the things priests read in the office of readings on his feast day is how St. Francis de Sales was saying, hey, listen, if you're a bishop, you shouldn't want to live the life of a monk. And if you're a monk, you shouldn't want to live the life of a businessman. If you're a businessman, you shouldn't want to live the life of a, fill in the blank. Basically, he was reminding people like, no, be who you are, be who God made you to be, and be that well. But here's our problem. Here's one of our many problems. I don't know, maybe you don't have these problems. One of our many problems is comparison. In fact, I think we did a series years ago called Comparison, right? S-I-N at the end, because so many people fall into the comparison trap. We fall into this pattern again and again and again that, okay, well, that person over there seems holy. And so if I'm not like them, then I can't be holy, right? Which if you say it out loud, sounds ridiculous because it is kind of ridiculous, especially if St. Francis de Sales is telling the truth when he says, be who you are and be that well. One of the things we realize is, okay, that person might be doing a lot of holy things and maybe they actually genuinely are holy. That doesn't automatically mean that I'm called to live life like they are. In fact, what are we called to live? We're called to live a life conforming our hearts, our minds, our wills, conforming our lives to Christ, right? And then we're called to be imitators of Christ. We're called, that's what Christians are, right? To be anointed like Jesus Christ, to be a Christian is to have died to yourself, to live for Him, and not to compare ourselves to anyone else around us, because they're not the measure. In fact, I came across this image years ago, and it was, imagine this, imagine that all of us, we were given an easel and paints and paintbrush, and we're given a canvas. And we're brought down to the beach and we're invited to paint the sunrise. And so here we are, we're all on the beach, and we all have our easels, we all have our canvases, we all have our paints and our paintbrushes, all these things. And here comes the sun, here comes the sunrise. And imagine that what we did, instead of looking at the sunrise and painting the sunrise, we were looking at each other's canvases and we were painting what we saw on the other person's canvas next to us. They were like the other person trying to paint what was on their canvas, and the person next to us trying to paint what's on their canvas. And you realize that if you do that, that wasn't the assignment, right? The assignment was to paint the sunrise. The assignment wasn't make your painting look like the painting next to you. The assignment was make your painting look like the sun. And this is the call, this is the invitation, this is the command, right? Is to love as I have loved. Who's the I? Jesus. To live like Jesus, to love like Jesus, to be like Jesus, to become like Jesus. That's the whole point of life, right? Is to live a life in such a way that our hearts are conformed to Jesus. It's to become like the sun. But if I'm conforming my heart to the people around me, right? If I'm trying to paint their easels, trying to paint their paintings, I'm missing the mark. Because the invitation was not to compare yourself with the painting next to you. The invitation was to paint the sunrise. So here's my invitation for all of us. If we ever find ourselves slipping into the comparison trap, remember, your job and my job is to paint the sunrise, not to paint what someone else has on their canvas, but to simply paint the sunrise. That our call is be who you are and be that well. To be able to say, okay, Jesus, I'm going to look to you, and you're the one I'm going to pattern myself off. Lord, I'm going to look to you and your heart. That's the kind of heart that I want to have in my chest. Lord, I'm going to look to you and I'm going to say, okay, this is who you've made me to be. I'm going to be who I am. And with your grace, I will be that well. My brothers and sisters, don't worry what other people's canvases look like. Don't worry what other people's paintings look like. You paint the sunrise. Anyways, from all of us here to Ascension Presents, my name's Father Mike. God bless. My name is Father Mike Schmitz, and this is Ascension Presents. Was there a little growl in there? But anyways, okay.